Hey everybody, and welcome to my Tanae's Hair Helpers channel. So on today we are going to be doing a twist out featuring the Nurture's water locking gel by Hydrobar. Okay, so I actually got this gel from the salon itself because it was recommended to me during my consultation for my hair. So as you guys remember or recall from the last video, I have a lot of heat damage. However, I am going to attempt to grow my hair as much as I can until I am comfortable with the length to cut it off, okay? So sadly, I do not want to cut my hair off, but unfortunately it is just too heat damaged to save. And as y'all can see, it look a little busted, okay? It just always looks busted and I don't really like my hair like that, okay? So I'm gonna actually try a twist out today with their water locking gel that was recommended to me from them and see how that goes. And I'm gonna just show y'all because this is just not gonna work, okay? But like I said, if y'all think I have the head shape for it, comment, cut it down below. If you don't comment, cut it down below, it's not getting cut, okay? How about that? And don't be a hater and just be telling me to cut my hair off just to cut my hair off, okay? So of course, I like to start my videos off looking how I'm looking because we got to be realistic here, ladies. We do not just be waking up looking like that, insert beep. Okay. So let's get into the things you need because again, I'm not doing the wash process and all that. You have to watch my previous videos to see how exactly it is that I prep my hair before doing a wash and go or, adding products to my hair. So again, just watch the previous videos so you can be up to speed and we could just get straight into this part of the video, all right? So aside from the products that you need while you wash your hair, you're gonna need 4 things, okay? So the first being some banana clips. Banana clips, alligator clips, whatever you wanna call it, because a clip is a clip, but I like these. These are like my favorite, okay? And that's because they look like that. I don't know. I just like them. They're real cute, okay? So you're gonna have a little clip. The next thing you need is a curling rod, okay? So when it comes to the curling rod, again, I got the tiniest one because the objective is for it to match my actual curl size. So I don't have big old ringlets or things like that. I actually have very tiny curls. So I wanted a curling rod that kind of matched it so that when I'm curl rodding the heat damaged parts, it's not like a big old curl on the bottom and small curl on the top. That's not cute, okay? Now, the third thing you'll need, honey, let's get into it because I always gotta pull this out. Could you guess what this is? Because if you can't guess what this is, then you have not been watching me long enough, okay? So this is a double-sided bonnet by Tanae's Hair Helpers, the channel that you're on right now, okay? So you wanna make sure that you have either a bonnet, a satin scarf, or something because once you do your twist out and you go to bed or whatever the case may be, you wanna be able to wrap that hair, okay? If you leave those twists unwrapped, I'm gonna tell you right now, they're gonna be crunched, twisted, looking like Grinch fingers, whatever you want to call it, in the morning. And that's not how you want your twist because when you untwist it, your curls are going to look the exact same. So you definitely want to lay those twists down and wrap them up nice before you go to sleep to avoid any, craziness in the morning. And then the last thing you need is the water locking gel by Nurture from Hydrobar, okay? Ooh, this thing don't be focusing, honey. But yeah, you definitely want that because that's the whole point of this video. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the washing process. Again, I'm not going through it. I'm just gonna go personally wash my hair, prep it, go through those steps, and then I'll be back once my hair is fully cleaned and ready to go for the twist out process, all right? See? All right, so I have fully washed and prepped my hair for this twist out. As you can see, I have my hair sectioned off into 4s, which you should do as well because, hello, this is a tutorial. Definitely make sure that you have your little rods, and I'm not sure if I showed you guys before, but this is the packaging for it. So if you do get it, it has a size on it and everything, if you're trying to match the same size that I got. And I just got it from the beauty supply store. It could be from any store, I guess. I would just go to the beauty supply store, it's in there. All right, so we are going to be working section by section. Personally, I do about 5 twists per section. So in total, it should be about 20 twists in your hair. I try not to make them too big because, again, I do not want them that big. I like them to kind of match my curl pattern, but still, you know, have been done by doing a twist out. So the first thing you're going to do is pick a section. So I'm going to start with this back section here. This is my hair, you know, moisturized, all of the above. It's detangled and everything because, you know, if your hair is detangled, it just makes it easier to do. You don't want it tangled and then you got to be combing and doing all that stuff. So yeah, it's detangled, you see. Fingers running through that. Okay, let me stop. All right, so what I do is I start with one at the bottom. So hopefully you guys can see this. And please do not look at the blemishes on my face because that is not what we're here for, okay? So I just do it by finger because it's not necessary to really use a comb. But I am going to section off a small section in the back. So it should look something like this here. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and pin up the rest. So we don't need that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take my Nurture's Water Locking Gel. I don't know how I feel about the smell. It smells good, kind of. Okay, it doesn't smell bad. What I usually do is I actually like to do the clumping method on my hair first before I twist it. So you're gonna make sure, you know, you apply. I like to make sure it's like all on the roots and everything like that, because honey, the more the better. So I'm gonna rake that through. Make sure you get your tips covered, everything like that. And you don't want to over, you know, apply because you don't want it to be like over doused with like products because it's just too much. So as you can see, I went in to find it. All right, so once you finish defining your hair, and you want to make sure, you know, the curls are separated just like we talked about in the previous video. So what you're kind of doing is going about it like a wash and go, and then we're going to turn it into a twist out. So you want to make sure all your curls are separated, because once you take the twist out, the twist out curls will be separated as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and separate that, and then I'm going to, you know, break it into 2 parts. And then honestly, you know, you just twist, literally. Now remember, I'm not combing it out or anything like that. I'm just gonna twist it like so because it's already detangled. So you shouldn't really have to keep combing it through. Plus, I already did the clumping method and I don't want my clump curls to become one big old curl, okay? So you're gonna twist, all the way till you get to the tips. Now the tips I do comb out because I do not want the tips to be tangled. So you can use a comb, a little comb or a brush or something, but make sure they're detangled, okay? So once I do that, I'm gonna take my curling rod and I'm going to smooth it around like that. Make sure it's smooth. Sorry, this little end piece is kind of long. And you're going to roll it, you know, just to like a desired length, because once you do it, this is going to be the base of like all the other twists. And then of course you just lock this like this. No struggle. And it'll be boom, bam, bam. That's one, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and go through my whole head, and when I get to the front, I'll show you guys one more time in like a slowed down version, just so that you guys can kind of understand how exactly it is I did this. But this is how it should look, okay? And then your curl should be twisted at the bottom so that your ends are popping. So again, I just kind of let it separate itself based off the curls that I made from the clumping. And then I just twist it. So again, I'm not combing it. I'm literally just twisting it as so, just so it could keep that, you know, separation that I created with the clumping. So yeah, I'm just gonna go down, twist, twist, twist. And that's nothing too crazy to the twisting method. You just twist. You literally just twist your hair. And again, once you finish, you do want to make sure that you let this dry completely. Because if your twist out is not dried completely, just kind of defeats the purpose. And then remember, when I get to the ends, I want to make sure these are nice and smooth and untangled. So that part I will probably comb out if I were you. My hair, you know, I could just kind of use my fingers to detangle. So that's what I do. I'm going to take the rod. I'll get a little close. I'm just going to wrap the little tips around like so. And then you're going to roll it just a little, or to the desired length. So for example, if I want it like here, I'm going to roll it up until it's right where I want it to be, as you can see. And then I'm going to take the top and close it in the hole like this. So now we have a fully wrapped twist. Okay, and I'm just gonna go ahead and finish my head, and I'll be back soon. All right, so this is the finished look with all the curlers and all the twists. So I am going to let this sit overnight because it is very late in the night right now. I am going to wrap my hair, go to sleep, and then when I wake up, I'm going to show you guys the takedown process as well as the finished look. So stay tuned. But before we go, let me show you guys how I wrap these for bed, just in case you two are wearing this style to bed, okay? All right, so I have my satin scarf and my satin bonnet, and I'm going to wrap my hair with both because that's just how I like to do it for when I go to sleep, okay? So you want to make sure that all your twists are laying the way you want it to, because it's kind of important. So I just make sure they're all laying the way I want it to, which they are. And I'm going to take the scarf and put it over my head. And I'm gonna tuck the scarf under my ears and make sure that, again, the twists are kind of laying the way I want it to underneath. Because remember, you're gonna be laying on your head, so you don't want it to be bent or, you know, out of place, and then that's how it dries. So I wanna go ahead and do that. And then of course, I'm gonna cross the two sides underneath and make sure everything is great underneath. So you can kind of reach your hand under if you need to. Make sure all the twists are straightened out. And then I'm going to tighten this. Make sure everything's laying, because I could kind of feel them twisting a little, but that's okay. You just fix them. And then you're gonna tie your scarf like so. So it's all tied. All of them are out the back. However, I don't like them just freely hanging back there because, you know, I don't want it to like be rubbing on the pillow or anything like that. So I am gonna put my bonnet over my hair like so. I'm gonna make sure that all of the twists are inside. Okay. And then I'm gonna tighten it with the strap so that everything stays inside like a little baggie. All right, so this is the final look before bed. As you can see, I got my bonnet and my headscarf. And if you want these, you can definitely click the link in the description box to purchase them from my online store, Tene's Hair Helpers. But in the meantime, we're gonna go to sleep and wake up, and I will show you guys the takedown process and the final look tomorrow morning. Guys, if you want your bonnet or your satin headscarf, make sure you click the link in my description box so that you can get yours too and sleep beautifully like I did. And preserve those curls and preserve those styles and all the above. Okay, so I'm going to do a voiceover for this part because unfortunately people were sleeping where I was at and it was really, really late. However, right now what I'm going to do is coat my hands with some oil. It could be any oil of your choosing or no oil at all. That's up to you, but this is to prevent any frizzing to the twist as I take them down. So I'm going to go ahead and take the curling rod off of the tip of my hair. And I'm going to make sure to twist it in the opposite direction of which I twisted it in the first place so that it does not frizz or mess up that curl. Now once I do that, I'm going to go ahead and separate the twist very gently because again you don't want to frizz out the twist. And once I finish separating the twist, I'm going to make sure I separate the hair strands so that it's not two big old dookie clumps of how the twist was twisted in the first place. We don't like that. So as you can see here, I am separating it, but keep in mind that it should be very easy to separate, seeing as though you already did the clumping method to your hair before you twisted it. So these curls should already kind of be separated in the first place. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and separate that and I'll get back to you guys later. Alright, so I went ahead and did one more example in slow motion of how to take down a twist. So just watch this carefully for those of you who didn't understand it the first time, and maybe this could make things a lot clearer for you. However, if you do understand, you can just skip straight to the next part where I go ahead and fluff out my curls. Now here I am just fluffing out my curls to make sure everything's separated. As you can see in the back, it's a huge, kind of part. So you want to kind of just use your fingers to separate, or you can use like a pick or anything like that. But for the sake of this video, I'm not going to go into all of that. But I do want to thank you all for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video. Bye! Channel. Okay, I dropped something. Sorry. My shirt.
Let me help you.
All right, so I have seeing the high. Why am I having a brain fart? Ours nurture locking. So today's online store was the YouTube channel.
Hi guys, this is my name is Dancer Sophia.
These bonnets.
I told you, Nini.
Girl, what you doing? What are you doing here? Okay.
Just took the clips off.
Girl, you didn't take my clips off. However, I am gonna go to. Can I help you?